everyone, welcome back. So this is like my favorite time of the year because I feel like a kid in a candy store. I love the Sephora VIB sale. So that is going to be starting very, very soon here. I'll give you the actual dates in a second. But I wanted to recommend and show products that I think are just fantastic for mature skin. And I didn't take this lightly. I really went through some of my products and really thought out what are the products that I think are beneficial to mature skin, that really help the skin look great. I have a few skincare products as well. It's not all makeup, but I thought it would be fun to share with you sort of my picks, my recommendations. So if you stick around, let's find out what products those are. So I thought I would first share with you guys kind of what the program is. So if you're not familiar with the Sephora program, it is a multi-tier program. So it depends on how much you spend throughout the year. So there is 3 different tiers. There is Rouge, which I am a Rouge member. There is VIB, and there is an Insider. And it also plays into how much of a percentage that you get on the sale. So as a Rouge member, you get 20%, VIB, you get 15%, and Insider, you get 10%. The dates that these are running, so if you're a Rouge member, your sale is going to start on October 27th and run until November 6th. If you're a VIB, your access starts on October 31st. And that also is for the Insider as well. I thought that was a little bit curious this year. In past years, what they usually do is there's a little bit of a couple of days buffer between the VIB and the Insider. But according to this, I'm just on my phone here looking at what the actual dates are. They're starting on the same day. So I thought that was actually very interesting, which is great. I think that's fantastic that they're doing that. And regardless of tiers, so any products that are part of the Sephora collection are 30% off, and that starts on October 27th as well. And I should also mention that it is a free program to sign up. So let's get started on these products. We're first going to start with skincare products. And one of my holy grail moisturizers, this I truly believe has made such a difference on my skin, is the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. What a fabulous moisturizer. This has improved my skin, really made it silky soft. I believe it's helped reduce some of the wrinkles around my mouth and also on my forehead. I have quite a wrinkly forehead. The plumping action that it has, because it has hyaluronic acid in it, makes it such a fabulous moisturizer if you have really dry skin. It is designed for all skin tone, like it doesn't matter what skin type you are, but I think it's really great for dry skin. And one of the things that I love about it is right after I put it on, I have like a glowiness to my skin. And you know, I'm all about glowiness. It absorbs great into the skin. I don't have like a greasy feel to my skin at all. My makeup applies nice onto it. And I find the moisture it locks in the moisture in my skin. I think this is one of those moisturizers that really has been around forever, and I can certainly see why. I should also mention this doesn't have any fragrance to it. And I guess I would say the only negative to it is if you're somebody that likes your sunscreen mixed in with your moisturizer. This doesn't have any like SPF sunscreen in it. But for me personally, I wear a separate sunscreen anyhow, so that's really a non-issue. But if you're somebody that likes that combo, then unfortunately this doesn't have that. Now, I love trying all sorts of different skincare products, eye creams, that sort of thing. I know you guys know my holy grail is the Elizabeth Arden Visibly Difference eye cream. Absolutely love that one. I do try and use other eye creams just so that I can test them out and see if there's really some good ones out there. And another good one that I have in my stash is the Olehenriksen, the Banana Bright Plus Eye Cream. So what makes this one really unique is it's like a little bit of a combo product. Is it has that banana powder, which in the makeup artist world, that helps reflect, like the light reflect off of your skin or your, like especially in this case, it's your under eyes. And that like the dark circles that I have, it kind of diminishes them. And I find my under eyes don't look as tired. With the creaminess of the product, I find my concealer sits way better on under my eyes. I believe the number is it's 10 times thinner under your eye than the rest of your face. One of the cautions is because it has vitamin C in it, if you have very sensitive skin, you should just test it out first before you start going full on with the eye cream, because I did read a little bit that some people have like had breakouts and that sort of thing underneath. It was just the vitamin C just was too strong for under their eyes. So just a little word of caution if you have really sensitive skin. But overall, I just love how bright and hydrated my under eyes look when I use this product. Now onto a product that I know is a favorite for many of you. You've mentioned in my comments of how great this foundation is, and it's the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydro Rescue. This is the moisturizing makeup, and it does have SPF 45. Now I'm a believer in, just because SPF is in your like cosmetic type of product, I don't rely on that, because I don't think you can apply enough product on your face for that to be beneficial, if that makes sense. So I have this one in the shade 1 and 2, but this is one of those great foundations for mature skin. It's very hydrating. It gives me a more of a medium coverage, but you can build it up, especially if you use a brush. You can build it up to a little bit more of a fuller coverage if that's what your preference is. I find this one gives me a little bit of like a plumping action, especially around my mouth where I have most of my lines, or around my mouth area. It leaves me with a really great radiant finish. It's one of those foundations, it's for all skin types. It's supposed to help with protection against like pollutants. It lasts, like on my skin, it lasts all day. It doesn't have any fading. I don't have it oxidizing on me. And it just gives me enough coverage that it helps cover some of my dark spots, any redness that I may have, evens out my skin tone. And it also looks more natural. It's not one of those ones that looks like you're wearing makeup, but gives them more like a natural finish. So highly recommend if you're somebody with dry, mature skin. I think you'll really like this. Now, there have been so many concealer launches within the last, I'm going to say like even 6 months. It seemed like it was just endless. Now, I have a few of them on my wish list for the sale, but the one that struck me as a great one, and I had to pick it up, I picked this one up a few months ago, and I've been using it nonstop. It's a great concealer. It hasn't replaced, I'm not going to say it replaced my Lanco, my Tintadel one. That's still my holy grail, but this one has done a surprisingly good job of covering my dark circles and making my eyes still quite hydrated, like under my eyes. So it's the Tower 28 Serum Concealer. The only thing I do find with this particular product is it runs, at least on my skin tone, it runs just a little bit yellow. So I don't know if it's the actual shade or if that's Tower 28 products in general. I'm not sure. I'm able to blend it out, so it doesn't really affect me all that much. I'm going to say this gives more of a medium coverage. I still wear a little bit of a color corrector underneath, and it gives more of like a natural finish. I like how it has that little bit of like a serum in it, so it gives me a little bit of luminosity under my eyes. This does have that one holy grail ingredient in it, hyaluronic acid, so that's going to plump the skin and make it look nice and smooth. It does blend in really easily. I'm not having to like tug when I'm using the brush. It's one of those concealers that you can use as like a spot treatment. If you don't want to wear foundation, you can just kind of put this in areas that you want a little bit of color correcting or hide some of those imperfections. And it's nice, it's fragrance free, alcohol free, so it's not going to have any drying effect under your eye. So really great product. I'm very happy that I picked it up. Now I had to include this eyeshadow palette as a great palette for mature eyes. If you're somebody like me, I'm getting quite a bit of crepiness on my eyelid, and I find some eyeshadows that I use almost make it look really dry and like dried out, which accentuates all those little lines I have goingness and the loose skin. So one of the palettes that I use that I find it doesn't do that is the one by Tarte. So it's the Tartelette in Bloom palette. And I think this is such a great, versatile little palette. What they have done is they've arranged the rows so that you can mix and match. But each, like, so that row you can make one look, that row is another look, and that row is another look. So you can really mix and match. You don't have to go in that direction at all. You can do different ones because it has a mix of mattes. It's just a little bit of a micro shimmer. So it's just a little bit of a shimmer on your lid. I like how it has these darker shades right here. So you could, in fact, use those as like an eyeliner. You do that a lot with like dark eyeshadows. I'll use those as my eyeliner. Just like a little brush like that, like it's a really angled brush. And you take the product and then just create that. It's very, very easy to work with because they're very forgiving. The Tarte formula is fantastic. I don't have any issues with it creasing on me, fading, and I think they have some of like the best sellers on the website, like the Sephora website. Tarte always comes up. I'd say this is more if you like warm tones, and the shades, you just don't get that like that chalkiness that sometimes you can get from maybe some drugstore palettes can be like that. So the transition shade that I used today was this one here. It's called Flower Child. So that one went all over the lid. And then I went in with this shade called Smarty Pants. That one right there. And I used that in my crease. Now, keeping the theme with eyeshadows, I wanted to also throw in this cream eyeshadow. One of my absolute favorites. It is a perfect one and done. I think that should be like one of my catchphrases. One and done. I love those type of products. There's not a lot of fuss and muss and all that sort of stuff. This is the Ilia Liquid Powder Chromatic Eye Tint. I love this one, you guys. This is such a fabulous, fabulous product for a few reasons. One of them is I like how it comes as a wand. Oh, in particular, I have this one in the shade Fresco. This is my favorite shade. So it comes as a wand. So what's so unique about this is that color that I just put on my hand is the same color that I have on my eyelid right now, but where it looks like it is like a bronzy shade here, on my eyelid, it transitions into looking almost like a gray type of shade. It is, even though it's a liquid, once you put it onto your eye, it transitions over to like a powder type of feeling formula. It comes in matte shades, metallic shades. It doesn't crease, which is surprising for a liquid. It's very, this is a caution, it's very quick drying. What I do is I put a little bit on my eyelid and I work with that when I don't do like both eyes. Just do one eye at a time. And you can either use your finger or your brush, depending on what level of intensity that you want. So today I just happened to use like a brush and blended it in that way. But there's lots of times where I just quickly use my finger and dab it on. What I really appreciate is it's like a really weightless formula. Like it doesn't feel like my eyes feel weighed down. That's always my concern when I put like liquids and stuff on my eyes. You almost feel like you're, like when you blink, you feel like you have something on your eye. And this doesn't feel like that at all. And this did win like an Allure, I think it was 2020. It won like an Allure Best of Beauty Award. And I can definitely see why. Here, I'll show you. Now that it's like the warmth of my skin warmed it up. Now you can see how it looks, how it's gone to that gray shade. Isn't that amazing? It's like a chameleon. I love it. So there is like a ton of shades with this one. So I can't wait. I'm going to be picking up a few of them. But I love how it transitions to a different shade. Now I'm going to group these products together, even though they're used for different things. I just thought because they're all from the Sephora Collection, I have their eyeliners, their eyebrow, and also a lip liner. So we'll start with the eyeliners first. These three shades here are the ones that I use the most in my waterline. The one I have on today is this nice green one, and that is in the shade Fresh Mint. Really, really pretty. This is in the shade Waterfall. This is just a stunning aqua blue. It's just gorgeous. It looks beautiful in the waterline. And then this is one of my Holy Grail waterline pencils, and this is in the shade, you kind of see it right there, it's that really light one here, and that is in the shade Coconut. So absolutely love those ones. Then my favorite eyeliner shade from the Sephora Collection is in Shimmer Taupe, and I do have that on today. It's this one right here. There's just something about that shade. It looks just beautiful under my eyes. It's a nice transition from like not a black, it's not a brown. There's just a little bit of like a shimmer underneath, but it just gives me like a hint of color, which I love, love, love. So absolutely one of my favorite shades from the Sephora Collection. And then I also have like a brown. This is the matte brown black. And then I also have a charcoal. And the brown one I actually have on my upper lash line today, and I also use this to tightline. This is a really great product because it is waterproof and they really have staying power. But one of the things about the Sephora collection, when you get them on sale, so you can really stock up because it has that 30% off. And I'm going to say a lot of these eyeliners with that 30% makes it actually cheaper than drugstore. Because some of those drugstore eyeliners you can get, they're going up into like, $13, $14, $15 sometimes. Well, these ones are about the same range, but then take that 30% off and it's going to be even cheaper than that. Then this is one of my favorite eyebrow pencils from the Sephora collection. It is waterproof, so it has spoolie on the one end. I just have this one in medium brown. So it's right there. Really gets into those my little hairs there. It's just a great pencil. And this is my favorite lip liner from the Sephora collection. I have this one in the shade. This one is called Nothing But Nude, and it is a retractable. Oh, I should say about all of these. They're all like, these ones here are retractable, like the eyeliner ones. And then these ones here, you do have to sharpen. So the 3 that I showed you for the waterline, those are sharpened ones. And then the other ones are just like a retractable. This is also a retractable one. And that is just like the perfect nude shade. It has like a hint of pink to it. Very long lasting formula. Just a huge shade range of all of these products. So I saw one of my fellow content creators, she was using this product and I was just like, I have to try that. That looks amazing. So it is the LYS No Limits Cream Bronzer Stick. So I am not a big bronzer stick person. I'm, kind of old school. I kind of keep it to powders or creams. When I was watching her apply this, it was very intriguing because what she was saying is how creamy the formula was and how blendable. And it just looked amazing on her skin. So I'm always looking for stuff that is going to be hydrating on my skin. Usually they do recommend as you get older, those cream formulas, those liquid formulas are just going to give you that little bit of extra oomph, that powders may not. Powders can sometimes make you look a little bit dry. Well, when I tried this bronzer stick, I was blown away. So the packaging is so pretty. So it comes in like a little triangle. Literally, you just need like a swipe of this on your cheek. You can use that as a bronzer or a contour. I've mentioned before, I'm not a big contour, sculpt my cheekbones out and all that sort of stuff. I usually apply bronzer on my cheeks here, and then I put it right above my, or around my hairline. And sometimes I'll put it down, here. You know what? I didn't do my jawline today, so I'll show you how creamy this can be. So it just takes a little swipe, holy smokes, you guys, look at that. I'm just going to take I had a foundation brush I was using earlier, and then it just blends in like a dream. Look at that. That was effortless to blend in. And I'm going to say it's pretty affordable. It's not as expensive as other, stick type of formulas I've seen before. And yes, I will repeat myself. It has hyaluronic acid in it. Do you see a theme here? I pick a lot of products with hyaluronic acid because it's so good for your skin, especially mature skin. I like how it's buildable. I do not need to build this up. When I said I just put a swipe on my cheek, that is all I need. I do not need to be building this up. This particular shade I have this is medium actually. I picked up the shade medium. But it's not like a product that's going to make me look orange at all. Makes it very natural, like you can see around my hairline and stuff. It looks very natural around there. I like how it gives me a sun-kissed kind of glow and just brings the right amount of warmth that I want for my skin. So highly recommend this. I'm blown away at how creamy this is. It's just a fantastic, fantastic product. So this product, I've technically probably could have had it in my viral video because this is one of those products that went viral on TikTok and sold out everywhere. You couldn't even find this in Sephora. But I think it's fully stocked now. So it's the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump. I have this one in the shade Peachy Beige. So what made this one so unique? Well, first you have to push up the little stick here so that the product comes out the top. It really does give you a nice sheen on your lips. I can feel it has a little bit of a plumping effect. It's not like a cinnamon, like that really burning cinnamon kind of feel to it. It's very subtle, like really, really subtle. I love this shade. I do want to pick up a few more shades, but it's super hydrating. My lips look smooth, a multi-purpose kind of product. So it's a balm, a gloss, and like a treatment type of product. And it gives, like I said, it's like a tingle-free type of product where it is supposed to give you a little bit of plumpiness. And you guessed it, it has hyaluronic acid in it. One of the other things I like about it is it's not sticky. Like some glosses can feel like really sticky and like my hair gets in it and everything. I don't like those ones, but this doesn't have that stickiness to it. Surprisingly, it lasts like a fairly good amount of time. So overall, I think this is a great product, and I can see why it went viral. And I did have to show my Holy Grail setting spray. Well, as you can see, I am just about out. It's right there. I am picking up some product on the Sephora sale. They have like a twin pack, and that always gets sold out. It's because it's a really good deal. This is such a fabulous setting spray. I'm a bit of a picky person when it comes to my setting sprays for the formula and also the dispenser. So this dispenser disperses the product really nicely on the face. It's not one of those like blast you right in the face and you're just like, what? This one disperses the product. It actually feels like kind of gentle on the skin. And the smell, like the scent is just, it smells fantastic. It's hydrating. It's alcohol free, so it's not gonna like make your face feel dry. My makeup lasts so much longer when I use this. Like I can get a full day out of my makeup using this. I'm looking for like a little bit of glowiness on my skin, and this does a great job of it. Love how it just locks my makeup into place. So highly recommend. This is like my Holy Grail setting spray. So one product that I did want to talk about, I will say this is going to be an honorable mention. I didn't want to make this 11 products, so I'm going to still say 10, but an honorable mention because I've been using this nonstop. It's the Clarins Lip Oil. This is such a fabulous product. It comes in a variety of shades. This one I have in the shade Honey. It has quite a big doe foot applicator. Really comfortable on the lip. It did just recently win one of those like Allure Beauty Awards for 2023. It's great if you have dry lips. Like I'm always looking for something, especially with winter coming up. I'm always looking for something to make my lips moisturized. My lips never feel like greasy at all. And it's a little bit on the thicker side. So you could wear this just like, I usually use it a few times a day. Or you can use this like at night as like one of those lip masks. But I was going to say, I've been using this a lot. I've had it for like a couple of months. And you can see there's still that much left. So that's still a good amount of products still in the package. All the products are going to be linked and listed down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're not already. Let me know down in the comments if you are going to be picking up anything from the Sephora sale and what are your thoughts on these recommendations. So have fun shopping. Like I said, it's my favorite time of the year. And as always, I hope everybody has a great week and a great life, and I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!